Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Stargrinding with Remblob. Once again, it's been a while since the last one. I ideally there wouldn't be like a month apart, but nice. It wouldn't be a month apart in between episodes, but I've been busy, plus like other things that I'll probably be talking about today. Right now, base after base 2.0, the hell? But anyway, this is loud. Anyways, I don't really have a plan for what to talk about today, but I kind of just wanted to, because I feel like enough things have happened in between this episode and last that I can talk about, and also there's just been some thoughts that I've had that I want to expel out into the world. I actually did record a Stargrinding episode, maybe like a couple weeks ago, like a 1 to 2 weeks ago, I don't exactly remember when, and then I just like didn't upload it because I don't know, I was in kind of a funk last week. Even though I was like objectively doing good, like I was keeping up with school, I was having fun otherwise, with like hanging out with friends and like with work and stuff. But I don't know, I just like, you just kind of have that empty, I just kind of have like an empty feeling upon recording the episode, and I kind of had that feeling for a little bit last week, with just like not really feeling like playing games at all, like even Celeste. Like I just like, it just felt like I just didn't feel like doing anything, which is a unfortunately common thing for me, but it was unique this time, because usually when I'm depressed and don't feel like doing anything, it's because I'm not doing well in school. But like, I was doing perfectly fine in school. I was even ahead. Like I did homework ahead of the day that it was due. I've been like good with work, but I don't know, it just felt kind of empty inside, and I don't really know why. I still don't really know why, but it's not happening anymore. So maybe that's something to think about more, just me by myself. But yeah, but I've been feeling good. I've been playing some Celeste lately. I've been gaming recently. Hopefully this continues, because generally a good metric for how I'm doing is like, if I feel like recording Stargrinding and then actually upload a Stargrinding video, I typically am in like a good mood, you know? I typically am like doing well, I'm in a good mood and stuff. And I'm not necessarily in a bad mood if there hasn't been a Stargrinding episode in a while. Like, I've been doing good lately. It's just at least the past 2 weeks, but we'll get into that later. But sometimes I'm just busy and like I'm just doing things and watching things and playing games instead of doing this. And even though I enjoy it, it's not really like super high priority on the list of things to do in a day for me. This is more just like on a whim. Like I'll be like, oh, I just want to record today. But yeah, that's basically what I've been up to recently in the broad sense. In the specific sense, another thing that I've been doing is I've been watching Severance. I started Severance because it's a show that people talk about a lot. It's been hailed as like one of the best shows in a while. Like it's one of the most well-written shows of all time. And so I just wanted to check it out. Even though I'm not really a live action show guy, I've only really seen Breaking Bad, Stranger Things, and a bunch of Star Wars shows. Like that's actually just pretty much it when it comes to live action stuff. And I've seen like half of Better Call Saul, which I do need to finish at some point. And I might, because I'm kind of I'm lightly live action show pilled right now, so maybe it'll come in the future. But it is really good. I'm not even done with season 1 yet. But like I'm on episode 7 or 8 of either episode 7 or 8 of season 1, and there's 9 episodes in season 1. So I'm nearing like the finale, the big climax of season 1, and I'm very excited to see how it goes. There will maybe be a Severance episode at some point if it's good enough, and it's not like Breaking Bad where I finished it and I just never talked about it. So if I'm in the mood to talk about, if I'm in the mood for Stargrinding, and it's soon enough after I finish watching Severance, then there might be a whole episode about it. But I don't know, or like a dedicated segment of an episode about it. But yeah, it is really, really, really good. I really like it. Like the most recent episode I saw, no spoilers. I guess what I'm about to say is a spoiler, but it won't make sense if you haven't watched the show. The MDE happened. Which is kind of a mini climax in itself, now that I think about it. Because it's like when everything kind of boils over. And like now we're building up to like the real like climax of the season. And I'm excited. I've been pretty slow with it though, because I try to only watch it when I don't have any work left to do, and when it comes to work, I often procrastinate, or if I'm finished with all my work, I just play Celeste or something instead. Because like live action shows feel like such a commitment, like even though it's just the equivalent of like 2 anime episodes, and even though I know I'm gonna be locked in, I'm gonna be completely immersed into it for the whole time, I don't know, there's just like a barrier that I do cross most of the time if I actually do feel like watching the show. But I will finish it for sure. I will finish it. And we'll see my entire thoughts complete with spoilers. I mean, if you want to watch it yourself, it's only 19 episodes, I think, in total, and it's so it's pretty short. It's not like a huge time commitment. It is like 19 hours, but I don't know. I've probably played more than 19 hours of Celeste this week, so it's just funny thing with how media is consumed and like all that stuff. But that topic's been hashed out like a million times by me and many others. Not gonna get too into it now, but yeah. I've been also like when it comes to media I consume, I've been watching not as much YouTube lately. Not because I've kind of been like replacing it with playing games and watching shows instead. Because like I kind of it sounds like a bad thing, but it's not, for both my mental health and like for just like in general. YouTube's just been kind of boring. Like I have my Northern Lion like clips channel that I love dearly, and I have the podcast that I listen to, but other than that, there's not like that much stuff that I want to watch actively on YouTube. And the way I have it set up, I only really use the subscribed tab. So no recommended, no shorts either. So, and that makes YouTube kind of dull and boring. So my brain just likes to watch shows, like media with like real artistic value. Not that like a Northern Lion clip channel can't have artistic value, because it definitely does sometimes. But like in general, I think this sounds really pretentious, but like I want to see more like high level stuff, whether it be games, whether it be movies, whether it be anime, TV shows, anything. I'm not saying that I'm too good for YouTube now or anything, because I still love it and I will still watch it a ton probably. But I want to be moved emotionally more, I think. I want to like have that obsessive feeling with a show or a game, or like feel strongly about something I experience, instead of just like mindlessly watching like YouTube shorts or like VTuber clips or whatever, you know. YouTube still has a pretty big part in my life, both as a consumer and a creator. But I now think that I can live without it. And I did not think this before. I did not think that I could live without it. Like in high school, oh my god. I would be like, but how will I keep up with everyone that I watch, man? It would be a disaster. But like now I'm at a point where I'm like, I might still be addicted to YouTube, but like I now feel like I can quit at any time. And I know that that's like a the way to keep you trapped is the way to keep someone trapped is have them think that they're free. I know, I'm aware of that, but like I don't know. I just feel like I could live without YouTube now, whereas I couldn't before. And I think that's progress. I think that is progress. And I don't think that that thought is an illusion. I think that's a real thing that I have now developed. Now, could I live without video games? That's another question that does not have as positive of an answer. But I like video games. Video games are pretty cool, man. I mean, video games have provided some of my favorite experiences of all time, so even recently with Outer Wilds and Slay the Princess, like it's, and like even like a game like Slay the Spire, like they're just like fun. But some, like, I never come out of a gaming session and be like, that was a complete waste of time. I never come out of a movie, even if it's terrible, and come out of it like that was a complete waste of time. Like, I saw the Minecraft movie not yesterday. I saw it on last week, actually. I'm just completely lying. I saw the Minecraft movie and it was pretty terrible, but it was like a great movie experience because of course I live in a college town, so everyone going to the theater is going to be a college student, and they were rowdy. They were cheering when Jack Black drops the chicken jockey line, when Jack Black says slime block, and like the crowd just went insane. The theater was packed. People were cracking jokes all the time. It was great. It was a great time. I loved that. But it's like a 3 out of 10 movie. Maybe the worst movie I've ever seen. But still, great theater experience for sure. What else? But yeah, I've been feeling pretty good recently. I've been going to the gym, getting fit for hiking stuff. I just feel good right now, and I haven't really felt like this for a while, and it's really nice, honestly, because being completely honest, I haven't really done that well in school historically, like ever. And this term, I think I'm finally figuring it out, like with strategies and building habits and stuff. I think I've finally figured out how to succeed. And it took a lot longer than I ideally would hope it would, but I think I finally found how to live my life effectively, I guess. and it's just like really good because I'm not like riddled with anxiety at the possibility of failing. And it is still early in the term, so I might still like crash and burn, but this term does feel different. I think I could do pretty good work this term, and I think I'm very hopeful. And the hope is not blind like it usually is, where it's just blind confidence. I think I just feel secure, and it just feels really nice, because then I can put my time into stuff that fulfills me again, like, and not just have, oh, you got work done today, be that the thing that fulfills me. Like, I've been this is gonna be the topic of a future episode, but I've been writing. I've been doing some creative writing. That's all I'm gonna say for now, but lately I've been doing some creative writing, and I'm excited about it, and I think that it's really cool to be excited about like a project that you make, and a project that you might be a part of too, like with a Celeste event that I was a part of, that is kind of now just concluding. Basically, in the Celeste skill rating server that I'm a part of, one of the members of it put together a Celeste Taskmaster event, where Taskmaster is basically it's a British game show where a bunch of like comedians are given tasks to do, and the whole thing about it is how like the tasks are kind of ridiculous, and a lot of the entertainment comes from like seeing how different people solve problems in like creative / funny ways, and how people like break and bend rules, and having things count on technicalities, and it's a really fun show. Like Ludwig did a show that kind of similar to it called Unpaid Intern, and that was a really fun thing to watch. So being a contestant in a Celeste Taskmaster was really fun, and I did it around August last year is when I initially did the actual tasks, but it's just taken a long time because initially the person that organized it wanted to like put together an edited video of all of our like entries and like have us watch that together, but that person is new to video editing, and it like kind of just overwhelmed them, and like it just never got done. So now we're just like going through the VODs of everyone's like tasks, and we went through everyone's VODs of like the first 2 tasks of the 5 that we did, and that was so fun to finally see what everyone did, and like the different quirks of how everyone plays the game, how everyone interprets tasks and stuff. And I'm really excited for the next time we do it, which will hopefully be pretty soon. But it's most importantly, I think I have a real shot of winning. So that's what I'm excited for also. We'll see though. We'll see though. And um we will we did we've been recording our reaction, like we in like the group call. The guy organizing it has recorded the call where we go over everything, and that VOD is going to be edited into a video, maybe. So you might be able to see what goofy things we got up to, and if that content piece actually gets made, I think it will be like I think it'll be a banger, because like every part of this like game thing has been really fun as a contestant, and watching everyone else go through the same tasks that I did has been really funny. And there's been some very goofy things that have happened already with the first two tasks. So I'm just really excited. I'm just really excited for this to come out, because we've been sitting on it for a while. So I just hope that it'll release before Silksong does. Let's see. Anything else that's happened recently in my life? I feel like I've been busy, but like, it's hard. The hardest question for me to answer is like, what have you been up to lately? Because like, I don't know. I just don't really have an interesting answer most of the time, in my view. Like, even in this like state where I've been actually enjoying life quite a bit lately. Like, I don't really know. I mean, I guess I've already talked for almost half an hour about it, but I still have another half hour to fill in about of stuff. I guess just the main idea of the episode is like, I'm doing pretty good. I think listening to it, it'll come across in this episode. I think it'll probably come across in my voice that I've been doing pretty well. I wouldn't be surprised if I sound a lot like happier than I do in other episodes. Cause like I'm not really putting on a show like I do normally. Like the episode that I did 3 episodes ago, my last solo non-gimmick episode. So before the one with Mega and before the weed one, the one where I talk about doing things that are uncomfortable, like I think it's a great episode. I did watch it back, and I think I did cook on that episode, but I'm definitely like putting on a show to be more whimsical and more out there and more of a YouTuber, I guess. I definitely have YouTuber voice in that episode, but now I just feel like a good version of myself. But yeah, something I've been trying is I've been trying to, when it comes to these kind of social, I mean, this isn't really a social situation or anything, because it's just me talking to myself, really, but when it comes to talking about myself, whether it's here or with people, I'm trying to be more open, because I like want to not necessarily get more friends or like anything like that. I guess that's kind of a partial goal with this, but I want to up my Riz level, you know what I'm saying? I just want to be like fun to talk to and not just have it be like, oh, what did you do today? Oh, I just chilled. And then that's like the entire conversation. You know, okay, this is real loser talk now. I've watched a video about how to talk to people. And a big thing when it comes to just like having like casual conversations and like small talk and stuff, and even like deeper level conversations too, is like the idea of like saying one more thing that you normally would, because the idea is it like kind of reduces your filter and makes you appear more, not necessarily makes you appear more genuine, but like it helps you not run out of things to talk about and not have conversations that are person A talks, person B talks, and you know, like asking more questions about people, and like I've just been trying to do that at work, and I think it's, I mean, I don't know, but I don't know if it's just me being in a better spot than I normally historically have been, or if it's like the tips actually working. It's probably a combination of both, but I do feel like I'm getting better at actually talking to people. And especially as like, I'm kind of like I'm definitely an introvert, but I'm also someone that wants to connect with people and has a desire to talk to people. And like I think people are really interesting, and I want to meet more people, and maybe as like a side effect, build connections. Building, I hate that term. It sounds so like transactional, like building a connection so that you can leverage it, and like you can network, and like you can, oh, you're so cool, you're such a businessman, you're such an entrepreneur. Like I hate that, but like I just want to build more of a genuine connection with people, and through that make, maybe as a side effect, make more friends, maybe even get a significant other down the line. I don't know, like I just want to put myself out there, because like I've met some pretty interesting people throughout college, and I think I just like meeting people, I think. And I often have the desire to talk to people that I find interesting, but I am often left with the just head empty of I don't know what to talk about, you know? Like, and I think that sucks as a person that is like an introvert and not necessarily socially anxious or anything, but definitely an introvert, and like has to push myself to whenever I have like a social interaction that I need to be a part of, you know. Just building people skills is like it's just a good thing. It's just a good life skill to have, you know. Like being a likable person that seems interested in other people and not like just some quiet person that just doesn't say anything, you know. Because that's like, it's like my dad. My dad's definitely also an introvert, but like he has a lot of charisma and is a fun person to talk to, you know. And I look up to that a lot, and I want to be like that for sure. And not being able to is always like made me kind of sad. So we're in the self-improvement arc, I guess. And you know what? Self-improvement does feel good. It feels good to actually fuck you. It feels good to actually be improving myself and not just like longing for it and watching a bunch of videos on it. It feels good to it feels good to actually be genuine about doing good when people ask how are you doing. that does feel pretty nice, actually. That might blow your mind. But it does. And hopefully I get to a point where I'm doing a lot of creative stuff. Because right now, I'm still mostly focusing on schoolwork. Like, I'm not God. I still procrastinate a bunch. I still I don't know. I still like procrastinate. I still give one-word answers sometimes. Like, I'm not perfect, but that pursuit of self-improvement is what what gives you purpose and what allows you to feel happy, feel secure, and then once that happens, then you chase the stuff that actually like really fulfills you, like creative endeavors and like artistic fulfillment. Because I've talked about it. I really want to be someone that not even necessarily a content creator, but I just want I have the performing itch in my body, and I want to make stuff that people think is really cool. And but to do that, I need to lay a base foundation so that once I have it, I can start working on the stuff that hopefully people think is cool, you know? Because I love putting out stuff, and even if it's something as simple as this, I like publishing videos. I like the feeling that it gives me, because it gives me fulfillment and self-satisfaction. And like I've always talked about doing a big project at some point, and now I don't feel like I'm necessarily ready to take it on just yet, but I'm no longer in the stage of eternally thinking, oh, I should do this, you know, eternally longing for the feeling of fulfillment and actually trying to get it myself, you know. I think that's cool, and I think that's beautiful. Fuck you. But yeah, all this is to say, I'm doing good. Fuck, dude. I'm doing good, and I think things are finally looking up. I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna end it all. Yeah, hopefully the project, the writing project that I guess I haven't started it yet. I'm still kind of in the prep phase, but like I've been actually doing the prep, you know. I haven't just been thinking about doing the prep. Hopefully this project turns out well, because I think I have a really good idea, and I think if I executed it well, it would be really good. So stay tuned, I guess. Oh, dude, this talking and doing like a memory level. Holy, this might take a little while, I think. What else? That's what I've been up to. I don't really know. I think I've exhausted. I think I've exhausted the topic of what I've been up to lately, but there's still like infinitely many things I could talk about. It's just finding that, you know, and I think already just with this recording, I think I've definitely run out of things to talk about, but like I feel like coming up with topics and stuff is a lot easier just in the short time that I've been practicing the social skills. I think, wow, that was insane. I think it's, I don't know. I think I finally, yeah, I kind of said this already, but self-improvement is cool. And like a lot of the shit that you see with self-improvement, and even like the video I saw where it's like how to talk to people, you know, even though I'm using like a tip from that video, I don't like the idea of that video existing. Even though it's helped me, I don't really like the idea that social skills is something like a skill that you, I mean, it is a skill, but it's like it's weird. It's like it's definitely something that you get better at, so it's a skill in that sense. But okay, yeah, this is a good way of putting it. It's like presenting social situations as like a problem to solve, you know? It's like it feels very manipulative almost. It feels it just kind of feels icky to me, a lot of it. And I mean, there are genuinely good tips in there, but I feel like people that don't know how to talk to people would misinterpret them and like therefore like have a spreadsheet for how to talk to people and have like conversation trees mapped out of their head and stuff, you know, like instead of just like being genuine, being in the moment. But like I don't know how, like it's good that there's advice out there and that advice genuinely helps people sometimes. It's just that I think advice the way that advice is presented a lot of the time can be easily misinterpreted by people that don't know how to socialize, because then they'll start to view it as like an equation. Because it's always, especially with like the clickbait titles, like use this one simple trick to learn how to talk to people, and it's like, yeah, it works, but it's not. Like X has infinitely many solutions, you know? There's like infinitely many ways that you can have a successful interaction with someone. So being so one note would, and like, I don't know. It probably does help people, but I'm just skeptical. I'd be curious to see if it ends up hurting people as well, or just doing nothing at all, you know? Cause I'm still kind of learning. Like I feel like I can socialize pretty well with people, but it's just like there are those times. There are those times I give one word answers, you know? And I just don't want that to happen anymore. So I think I forgot what I was talking about. I forgot what the main point. Was. Because I just want to. I said it kind of joking, but like it's real. Like I want to saying it like, oh, I want to up my Riz is it feels gross to say that, but like it's Riz just means charisma, and like even the word charisma is kind of I don't like using charisma when I'm trying to talk about myself. That also feels kind of gross and yucky, but I just want to be more fun to exist in the same space as, you know, and maybe I leave a good impression on somebody, and like, who knows really, because because I think here's the main distinction. The goal for me is to just like get to know people better and like find people that I think are interesting. Like that's the end goal. It's not to like network or like it's not even to like the end goal isn't even to make friends. I think I just want to meet more interesting people, because like I don't know if I've told this yet, but like I met a guy once that was like doing bad in life, like doing drugs, like skipping school and doing all that stuff, and his parents sent him to like a rehabilitation camp where he just had to live in the wilderness for 3 months. And like I want to find those kinds of people, because I think that it's about, you know what? It's about gaining more perspectives of like the world and people's views on the world. Because for better or for worse, the people that I'm friends with and people that are around me generally have like the same mindset when it comes to like politics and like life and all that stuff. I want to like meet some people that just like, I want to meet like someone that's had a life that's completely different from mine, that I'm still able to connect with, because I am able to talk to people and connect with them in a way, even if we have nothing in common. And I think it's the ability to connect with people that are completely different from me is something that's very valuable to me, and it's something I'd really like to do. And I think it's beautiful to be able to meet someone from the complete opposite upbringing that you've had. So I want to meet more people that have had their life changed by sleeping under the stars for 90 nights in a row. Like, I want to meet people that have have a scar on their shin because they were attacked with a hatchet from trying to defend someone. Like, I think it's enriching, and I think it more perspectives on life is good, and it helps you to become a more well-rounded person. It's gaining perspectives and stuff is what Slay the Princess is all about, which is, now that I think about it, probably why I like that game so much. It's probably why I like that game so much, man. It's probably why it's in the top 10. But I mean, like, even in college, I've had my view on some things shifted a lot, and it's just due to certain people that I've built a strong enough friendship with, and then am allowed to be vulnerable with them, you know? Like, the me that started this series in 2021 December, oh my god, the me that started this series back in December 2021 could never have thought that I'd make a coming out episode, you know? And now I'm just able to be super open about me being like bisexual, and like even now, just that it felt there was little resistance to it coming out of my mouth, but I mean, it's I feel like I'm very different from how I was in high school. I feel like college, moving away and like getting new friends and everything is probably like one of the best things that I've ever done. Because some of the people that I've met, like I regularly think about, like, oh my god, I regularly think about how certain people that I know from college have like changed my life, and how that wouldn't have happened, or at least it wouldn't have happened in the same way if I just had stayed where I was out of high school, you know? So that's why I think being able to connect with all sorts of people is such a valuable skill, and something that's like really important to me. Because while living in a bubble surrounded by people who share the same worldview you have. It's nice. It's something comforting, even. But hey, that song's about breaking out of your comfort zone and the beauty that comes from doing things that you wouldn't normally do. I mean, it's the reason why I've done things like buy weed or damn, I took 20 minutes on the level, that's crazy. Oh, fuck you. I guess I'm skipping this. And it's the reason why, like, I've listened to like an album that I generally would not be interested in, just because, like, even if I don't enjoy something, I think the value of, like, being able to tell a story of how I did a thing, even not even just for Stargrinding content, but just like in general, like that's because I really like trying new things, and that's kind of why I like it so much, is because I'm able to gain new perspectives on, like, the world and humanity, and just, like, learn new things about myself, even if they're like, even like the insignificant things, like that, like, don't really do anything for me, like going to what's, like, I unfortunately can't think of anything significant that I've done that I wouldn't normally do. Like, I don't know. I can't think of anything that I've done recently that I've, like, that you'd be like, what? You did that? If I told you that I did it. Like, I would 100%, I haven't done this yet, but, like, I'd 100% go to, like, a house party. Or, like, a house, like, show in, like, in my area, if I had heard about it and, like, was invited to, or, like, even though I normally would not do it, and I don't think I would enjoy it very much. Bruh, it's like, I would 100% go to, like, a Taylor Swift concert. If, like, in a world where it's not super expensive and it's not, like, it's not impossible to get something, but it's just, like, something that I wouldn't normally do, that just lets me experience a part of the world, or a part of, like, a fandom that I don't have no idea about, you know? It's why I even like checked out VTubers in the first place. And people I've discovered that some of my favorite streamers that I've discovered, and some of my favorite games that I've discovered through watching those streamers, like Slay the Princess. I keep coming back to it, but it's such a relevant game to the topic that I'm talking about. You know what? By next episode, I will have done a thing that I wouldn't normally do. I don't know what that thing is, but you know, that's what's cool, is I don't know what that thing is. But yeah, by next episode, I will have done something that you'd be like, he did that? I don't know what it'll be, but it'll be interesting at least. I might hate it, but I also might love it. And coming to love something that I don't think I would normally, just because I check it out on a whim. That's some of like my favorite shit that I've ever done. So with that, hopefully this was a good episode. I feel good recording it, so it's a good episode, but hopefully it's not boring to listen to, like. And I've cooked with this episode once again, so to speak. But I hope you have a great day, a wonderful morning, afternoon, and evening. I've been Remblob, and I will see you in the next one. Hopefully not too much later.